Hello and welcome to Cadenza. Here is the scenario. You and one of your many, many friends are sitting around and a brand new song presents itself to you. Let's say you are listening to Pandora or Spotify or some other music source where you need to focus mostly on the song and not on the visual interpretation you might get from a video. In this case, you are just listening. The song ends and you both lean back and ponder the meaning of what you just heard. For the sake of argument, let's say you both enjoyed it, but while discussing the tune, you find that even though you heard the same song, the same lyrics, and everything in the very same room at the same time, you both take away two completely and possibly competing interpretations of the thing you just heard. To add to the conundrum, I can almost guarantee that neither you nor your friend picked up the message that the writer intended verbatim. You might get close. The writer wants to make a connection. That's what they work for. But as we've talked about here before, the writer has to rely on the content to deliver the message. As we see almost every day, even what we think might be the clearest, most direct message can be interpreted in ways we never intended. Sometimes it can be very, very problematic. Everything depends on the listener, that person's mood, sphere of experience, ability to hear the material clearly, the amount of attention they pay at that moment, and on and on and on, can affect how and if they get what the message is as it was intended. Writing songs that are too literal can be boring to listen to. They don't offer the listener much to pique their curiosity, and that creates a missed opportunity. On the other hand, being too obscure can also create a disconnect. I suppose it's better to have two listeners who disagree about what they are hearing than no listeners who don't care about what they heard at all. Today's song, Merry-Go-Round, is one of those I think I tinkered with for years. There were parts and pieces that I liked, but had some sizable holes where either the tune was there and I had no lyrics, or I had lyrics, but they didn't seem to fit the tune. I hate when that happens. Actually, I don't. That's a lie. It can be frustrating, but it's also interesting to go back and work on it a bit to see it, hopefully, take shape. Then, when it's done, if you haven't decided to scrap it entirely before you finish it, there can be a greater sense of accomplishment. But damn it if it didn't turn out to be a piece where the lyrics and the intent of the lyrics and the message collectively could be interpreted in a bunch of different ways. Even for me, and I wrote it. My thinking of the piece definitely evolved as I worked on it. My point of reference as a person moved around too, so I was probably never in the same mind space as I worked through it, and that gives the song a perspective all its own. When you write a song or create anything, really, in one go, not only is it pretty awesome and it has a great sense of creative accomplishment, but it reflects clearly and wholly that moment fairly exclusively. When you work on something over a span of time, that thing is less reflective of your situational state of mind and more reflective of something where the song itself is the anchor of the creative energy. I think I just hurt my brain a little. Even though I'm not entirely sure what the message or the meaning is, and I acknowledge that it could shift and drift a bit, even for me, I feel that it is whole and complete in and of itself. It's a merry-go-round. It spins. It starts and ends in the same time, no matter who takes a spin on it. You go around and around and around, really for the purpose of going around, and there is little change that will come of it, unless things go a little haywire. So is it the riding of the ride, or the spinning time and space, or the variance of moving in straight lines, or whatever, that is the allure of doing the thing? Even though you know you will likely get off the thing and go about your merry way. That is, unless the thing, the ride, goes a little haywire. Let's check it out. Here's Merry-Go-Round. Merry-go-round asunder, clean up the mess and move on, praying for better tomorrows, till all the tomorrows are gone. Where are we trying to get to? Do either of us know the way? Concede to the auto director and wallow around in our pain. Until next time, play freely.